Hello friends, Rajeshwar Kalshetti again here from KP Learning channel, and you all know that I am always sharing some short videos and important videos for your sake, and then this is something different. Basically I am the car designer, I'm the passionate car designer, and this is my hobby to add some values in people's life. Because I gone through number of books and then number of experiences I have gained from the different type of people. I attend number of seminars, and then I read all these things, and then I got some experiences. So I wanted to share all these experiences in a very short and very simple way so that you can understand it, you can implement it right now. Yes, and the journey is starting from 2 points, as I am telling this from my first video in KP Learning channel. So please subscribe this channel for more updates. And this important things is, first is will, and second is patience. Yes, if you have to be successful, if you have to be a peace life, then two things are most important. One is the will and second is the patience. You have to be patient. There is no way that you can gain knowledge, you can win without patience in very short time. You have to be patient and you have to be continuous growing. Okay, so first and most important point is that it's all started from journey, naming, learning. What will happen if you stop learning? What will happen if you can rise the level of learning? Okay guys, if the survey says, the survey happened 2 years back, is survey saying that we are normal human beings, we are doing all our habits, we are doing all our actions which is given by subconscious mind. So 90% of our day-to-day tasks are done by subconscious mind. We don't need to put any extra energy on your brain, we don't need to create anything, we don't need to think big to do that 90% of things of our life. That means we are not using our awareness level. That means we are not using our brain power. You may heard of this before also, that the entire power available in our mind, available in our body, available in our brain, available overall of, it's given by God. We are not utilizing it. It's only in point, not I don't know how much percentage is. Because if you are looking at Einstein, the biggest scientist till date, he has used it's around very few percentages of it. So if we increase this small friction of our awareness level, it will give huge difference in a learning. And once you will get a learning methodology, you can improve your life like anything. Okay guys, so this is the practice which I done. And I can see the number of differences immediately, and it's helped me a lot. So it's my motto to share these things with you. Okay, so most important thing that if you want to successful in create a good learning at your brain, if you want to create a big database in your brain so that you can access this database and to implement and to solve your problems, all this type of things. Okay, so learning is most important. What you have to do, the point is come right now. What you have to do, you have to just break the pattern in which 90% of things done by subconscious mind, we already fitted in this mind, and our mind is already trained, our brain is already trained to do that 90% of task. So most and important thing, if we create another task which brain is not familiar with, automatically our brain will start to think. Automatically our energy which is already available within us, it start to think, and it increase our awareness level. So take it very simple, that do your different task in day-to-day basis. Very small task you can take. For example, you can change the route of your office. For example, in the morning, you don't have habit to wake up early in the morning, you don't have habit to do it yoga, or you don't have habit to do meditation. That's a big thing for you because you are not habitual for this. It's okay. But for example, you are taking cup of tea early in the morning. This morning, skip it. Do the juice of orange. Just for example, if you are if you are try to smoke, most of the time, leave smoking. Just read one page or 5 lines from any book or any article on your mobile phone. Do it consciously. Forget about all these things. Do it consciously. And you can start this activity by taking deep breath like this. Leave it. So this is the symbol. For example, you can address, this is my methodology. You can address this symbol for increase your awareness level. Once you do this, your brain will get signal, you have to be aware now. Once your awareness level will be here, your learning will be here, your life automatically will try to address the things which you never addressed before in life. If you have to address the most important thing in your life, because if you can understand there are thousands of things happening surrounding by you, but you are not aware of that. So if you can address at least 5 to 6 things out of that thousand of things, your learning rate will grow like anything, and your exponential development you can observe from your own eyes. Yes guys, and it will not take too much time. Just try it now. Do it for one day. Let's try it from now, and you end up by tomorrow. And in tomorrow, at the end of the day, you please take your pen and diary, write it down what the new things you observe from last 24 hours. And you will understand what the power of awareness you are getting there. And then I think the most of the people are not understand the purpose of life, the passion. You will try to realize it. What is purpose of my life? What is my passion? What I actually like? What I actually don't like? Where I got fail? Which things make me more confused? Yes, with things, with people, which people I am comfortable with. What are the things I need to work on? What are the important things in our life? Yes, where we are spending too much time, where we should not spend. Okay, let's say on social media and other things. You just be aware what you are doing. Focus on your mind, what mind is doing. Do it by mind. Only you have to understand what the mind is. Okay guys, I read number of books, but I think this is something to read a book from start to end and try to understand it. I know it's required too much patience. So what my try is to give you overview. So first and most important thing that you are not your mind. Okay. So mind is something different. You have to just watch it, how it works. What's the pattern of your mind? It's thinking. Let's do it. Just focus on your mind, because unless and until you are not starting for the learning, you don't get the right information which is required to take any decision in your life. I will repeat it again. If you don't have the right set of information which is required to make any decision in your life, then you cannot take decision. For example, one problem is there in your life right now, and you have to solve this problem, and you have this information available with you. And let's say this is the information which is available with you. You cannot take decision most effectively, most precisely out of this box, because you have only this information. Please try to understand it. So this information is not sufficient to take the right decision. The most successful people in the world have this much of the information available with them, so that they can just analyze this information and they are taking benefit of it. Yes guys, for taking this much of information in your brain, in your data set, first you have to collect this information, and for collecting this information you should have awareness level at this point. Right now your awareness level at this point. You are speaking with all other people, you are dealing with all other tasks, you are doing your regular task, but you are not learning out of it, because you are not collecting this information as the powerful information. So what the habits we have to set, just that you have to observe your mind. And once you try to observe your mind, you will just take inside the data which is actually useful for my future decisions. Right now, what we are doing right now, our mind is playing very big game with us. Our mind is trying to collect some data which is actually not useful, but it is distracting us. It is distracting our life. Because this data is actually making you confused. If you want to take some decision, let's say, I hope that all of you guys are gone through some process. Most of the time you are thinking what I want to do in my life. Most of the times we are thinking what best I can do, because everybody wants to be good, but our mind is there. Our mind wants most important thing, the pleasure, and mind requires urgent, not after 5 seconds, not after 5 minutes, not after 5 years. So that's the beauty of understanding of awareness. You have to judge. You have to just see what's the pattern of our mind. Our mind will need only two things. One, it need a pleasure. I am repeating it again. One, it need a pleasure, and also this pleasure should be in short time. Okay? What's the beauty of social media? Why we trapped in social media? Because once you start scrolling our mobile phones, we like this thing, but immediately after looking at it, we are losing our interest. Immediately what do? We're doing next. Oh, it's amazing. Now we are losing our interest. My mind is losing interest. We are scrolling it out. What it takes? It's a very bad habit of our mind that it need each and every happiness, pleasure, small pleasure in very short time. And that is the bluff. That is the blunder actually, where we are stuck. If we are just stuck in this type of instant pleasures, how we can plan for our best future? How we can define our goals? How we can set up our goals? How we can go ahead with our actions which are required to fulfill that goal? Because our mind is not ready to think after 5 years, to think after 10 years, because we are just stuck with this temporary happiness, the short-term happiness. So we have to fight with mind. Before that, we have to understand the mind. Okay guys? So I think I am giving, this is something very important point, but let's see how it's going on. So please subscribe my channel. So learning is means awareness. Please be. I'm repeating it. Learning is awareness. Try to increase your awareness. That's it guys. So I am again Rajeshwar Kalshetty. Please subscribe my channel KP Learning, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye.